This is a laptop. This is a computer. This has the web? That's weird. Okay, so it's the web. There are no programs? So there's nothing to start up. Then how do I do stuff? There's no messy desktop? So no rolling hills of green. Can I use it anywhere? On a unicycle? My calendars, emails, documents. Everything can be saved to the web. That's crazy. So I could throw this thing into a river, and I won't lose my stuff? It doesn't need virus protection. What about annoying updates? Or patches? Or patches for the patches? So it gets better in real time. I wonder if people are ready for this. It's kind of a new thought.
In just a minute, you'll get a Chromebook from the cart. Please make sure only 1 to 2 students are at the cart at a time. When removing a device from the cart, please first unplug it from the charging mechanism and then pull it from the shelf. Always carry it with 2 hands.
The mute button on your Chromebook keyboard is right above the number 0. You'd need to do this because all those Chromebooks in one room going on at one time are going to make a lot of noise. Just be sure to click mute unless your teacher tells you to do otherwise. Once you've done that, there'll be a display at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. It'll be a speaker with a not dash across it, like the one pictured here in the yellow circle.
We're ready. At this time, let's turn on your Chromebooks. You can turn on your Chromebook by slowly opening the lid. If it doesn't open then, just hold the power button down until you see the login screen. You should be taken to a login screen once your Chromebook powers on. If for some reason you see a screen like this with a dinosaur, don't panic. Wait just a few seconds and the login screen should appear. If it doesn't, simply shut your Chromebook down, count to 5, and turn it back on. If your Chromebook does power on and go to the login screen, you're ready to log in.
Now we're going to log in. This is the login page, and your login information is going to be your email address and the password that Mr. Archer gave you. Your email address is your first dot your last name at remcnair.org. You're going to change your password once you get inside. It'll prompt you to do that, so it'll be easy to change. But originally you get in with the one that Mr. Archer gave you. Now, this is your real email address at school.
You can access your Google Drive in 2 ways. On your Chromebook in the bottom left-hand corner is an Apps button, and inside of there you'll find a Google Drive app. You can also get to it just by going to google.com and clicking on Drive once logged in.
Okay, here we are in Drive, and what we're going to do now is to make a document. What you do first is click New, and not only can you create docs, but you can also do spreadsheets and PowerPoint-like slides and some other things. And all of these directions work for that, but we're going to make a document. So click Google Doc, and a document automatically opens that is at the moment untitled, but that's the first thing you want to do is change the name. We're going to change this to Test Notes and click OK, and that has been saved now in Google Docs. Another thing that we're going to do is add some text. So these are my notes, and if you look up here, it's saving that, and all of your changes are saved automatically, so you don't have to remember to click Save in order to get something to stay where you put it. All right, if we'll look back in Google Doc, it can be found there on the Google Documents. And if you just close Google Docs and you go back to Google Drive, you can see that it's also here in Google Drive. One of the good things about using Google Drive is the fact that you can share documents and you can have people work on them with you. In order to do that, you need to open the document itself. So let's open Test Notes, and here it is. And once it's open, there's a share button on the right hand side. Just click on the blue button and it gives you two options. You can share with others using a link, or you can share with others by emailing them the instructions. We're going to look at the link first. If the link isn't visible, just hit Get Shareable Link and it will show you the link, but it'll also give you some other information. If you drop down the menu right here, it gives you several different things that people can do. The second thing that we can do is we can invite some people to work with us by sending them an email, write them a message, and I'm going to go ahead and send this, even though I'm just practicing, because I want you to see that you not only can do this then, but once you've shared it with people, if you go back to the share button, it lists who it's shared with underneath, and you can click on that and you can change the information at any time. Or I can just eliminate her from the people who are able to work with my document. Alright, I'm in Google Drive and I can see here the document Test Notes that we just made, and what we're going to do now is show you how to delete this document, or possibly to undo what you've done when you've deleted it. So before we do anything else, I'm going to open it so that I can go to Google Docs. And here it is. Still has the title, still has my writing in it, but I'm going to go to Docs instead of the open document because that's where we would do the deleting. Right here is our document. It says Test Notes, and there are three dots at the bottom right hand. If we click on that, it gives us a trash can that says Remove, and that's how you get rid of something. Every document in there has that possibility. So I'm going to remove it, and once I click that, it's gone, but for a little while I can undo what I just did. But it goes away in just a minute. So it's gone from Docs, but I just realized I got rid of the wrong thing. So I need another way to restore it, or we're going to finally delete it forever. So in order to do that, we're going to go back to Drive instead of Docs. Now, it's still not going to be showing on our dashboard when we get there. It's gone. But if you look over here, there's a trash can, and that's a folder that has everything that we put in our trash still there. And here's Test Notes, but in order to do what I need to do, I need to highlight it. And when I highlight it, two things pop up here. One is Delete Forever, which is what we're going to actually do, but I want to show you Restore, because if you put something in the trash and it disappears from Docs, you can still find it in the trash can in Drive until you delete it forever. I don't want to restore it right now, but it would go right back to Docs where it was to start with if I click that. What I do want to do is delete forever. So this is the second place I can delete it. I've gotten it out of Docs, but now I'm going to get it out of my trash can. But before I do that, it makes sure that I really want to do that. and so I have to click again saying delete forever before it's actually gone. You can access your Google Drive from any browser at home or any place else that has the internet by simply going to google.com and signing in. You use the same information that you do when you sign in at school. And once you do that, you're logged in. Go to the grid for the apps at the top. Go to Google Drive. And all your documents that you had at school are right there at home with you.
Now the next thing to do is shut down. There's two ways to turn your Chromebook off. Simply clicking the Sign Out and Lock button in the bottom right-hand corner of your profile picture does not shut your Chromebook down. All it does is lock the screen, meaning your battery is still draining life out of it. To shut your computer down, you need to click on the profile picture in the bottom right-hand corner and select the power symbol. You can also simply press and hold the power button until it shuts all the way down. Please be sure to turn your Chromebook off after every class.
First you take it out the slot, you get to stick it in your book bag. They will give you a login and you will have a password. So as you log in and put your
The things you will need for class or lectures. You have your
grades, what you doing next. You can see your grades.
Most of the time you will log in your last class that you use your Chromebook in, but most students log in their study period.
Your number of slots, and whatever number is you have, make sure you plug it back up so it can be properly charged.
You can see once it is plugged up, the lights are on, indicating that it's charging.